'cause we got so much history. Here with you is where I'm meant to be. Even after all the pain, I do it all again. 'Cause we got so much history. We got so much history. Wrapped up in these memories.
Hello guys, welcome back to another stream. Hope you're doing well. It's game week 5 review today. I just want to apologise. I didn't upload on Monday because I was at Wales. So I thought I'd do a stream today. Got 3 guests with me today. I just wanted to shout out the people who couldn't be here. Hanno isn't here. He's a bit busy at the moment with he's gone back to school, and Elliot's got work today as well. So if you guys want to join, I've put the link in the comments here. But yeah, let's waste no time. We got a few guests today. My first guest, he's a Manchester United fan. He's a host of Arrest Talks Football. He's a regular on the show as well. Arrest, you right?
All good, Ollie. Thank you for having me on as always.
Next guest, he's another Arsenal fan, international away for India, and he is I call him a regular now. He's been on most of my streams. It's Manny. How you doing, Manny? Manny, on mute.
Yeah, so that answers my question. Waste of time.
Wait, speak up a bit. Speak up a bit.
Yeah. It answers
The way you just threw his headphones.
Really working as well as I hoped it would, but it is what it is. I'm good. Had a decent week so far. I hope you enjoyed your time in Wales, Ollie. Hope it was good, good fun. And as always, thanks a lot for having me. Looking forward to the game. Going to be difficult, but we'll see.
Yeah, another Arsenal fan as well, another regular. It's Joel. How you doing, Joel?
Hello, big up.
Yeah, big up. Yeah, so we've got a few things to talk about. Obviously, with Arsenal fans, not the best deadline day, so we'll talk about that first.
Yes, yeah. Not the best, Ollie. Not the best.
No, not looking good. Joe, I know you're a bit disappointed. What's your thoughts on us not signing anyone?
Of course he's disappointed.
All right, shut up. Mute his mic.
Of course
Right,
he's
so
disappointed.
shut up. All right, so basically, we didn't want to put. Apparently, we wanted to bring Dennis Luiz in. Arteta said, "This is all crap, by the way." Arteta said we didn't want to overspend. If we had spent a couple more million, maybe 2 more million, we would have gotten. So don't believe any of that. Eddie was too busy sniffing his daughter's toes rather than going out and trying to buy a midfielder for the last few weeks. So it's down to Arteta and Eddie at the end of the day. And if we ruin our season because of lack of squad depth in our midfield, that is disgraceful. So I'm mad.
Yeah, Manny, you annoyed that we've not signed anyone, or what's your thoughts on us not signing anyone?
Oh, I am probably not as angry as Joel is, but you know, I'm not impressed. Let's just say, you know, once again, it's the same old story about how we dawdle. We just don't do what we need to do. Everything is so last minute, haphazard, half-assed, and it's the story of our transfer dealing. Last year we had the same thing, and Joel can remember. We could have signed Bruno Guimaraes when we had the chance, but we didn't because we wanted to trim the wage bill. Because we didn't spend a little bit, we ended up costing ourselves the big money that comes with Champions League football and the top 4. Penny wise, pound foolish. And it's the same stupid thing again. The only consolation I can have is that we do have a January window coming up. So that gives us, in theory, one more chance to get our act together, as it were. But to not be willing to spend any money and at least reinforce the positions of right back and central midfield is beyond careless and irresponsible. And the people who are responsible for that decision, Edu, Arteta, and whoever else are in that party, if we do not make the Champions League this season, either by the top 4 or by winning the Europa League, they should all be forced out of the club. And the only way to do that is fan protests. And the only way that can happen is if the season becomes so horrible that even those who support Arteta will wake up and realize, you know what? he's been selling us horses and delivering us donkeys. And they take us, and he takes us for donkeys. We don't need to put up with that.
Yeah, I agree, but we've got some. Most of the Arsenal fans just, no matter what Arteta does, we can finish 6th this season and get knocked out Europa League early, and they'll still say back the manager. You're never going to get the fans protesting. You'd never get that. It's just stupid. We don't get Champions League this season, then he's got to go. But you'll get those fans who say you're just negative or something and stuff like that. But then he's not doing it. If he didn't get top 4 this season after spending nearly 400 million, that's a disgrace. That's an awful job.
Agreed, Joel. But having said that, eventually everyone will come around to realizing that the emperor has no clothes. The ironic thing is, if you've read the story, it took a baby or a young child to notice that the emperor had no clothes, and then everyone realized that he was completely naked. In the same way, maybe it'll take a few people to see, why are we cheering? I mean, let's say we don't make Europe, we finish in 8th, or have the humiliation of being thrown into the Conference League. I mean, will they consider that to be a success? Maybe in some ways it can be a success. 7th is better than 8th, but it's not better than 5th. So eventually people will wake up and realize it. And what gives me hope is the last few years of Arsene Wenger's reign, where we were still finishing 4th, but not quite getting that much in terms of success. And I think when he didn't finish 4th in his penultimate season, the writing was on the wall. Eventually, the fans made it clear that they couldn't have that anymore. And all this stuff about, bringing in a new culture, changing the culture. In the words of one of Ireland's greatest poets, Patrick Kavanagh, it's nothing but a con to fool all the people. And we are smart, and most of us are smarter than that, I'd like to think, at the end of the day.
Yeah, I hope that happens. But, I mean, it depends. People last season, we finished 5th and they're going. Then they're I quote, we didn't expect to finish 5th, so it's a success. Just because you don't expect to finish top 4 doesn't mean we put ourselves in the position to easily get top 4, and then we bottled it. So getting 5th wasn't a success; it was a massive failure. So I don't know. Some of our fans are just blinded.
Like you.
Agreed.
Not me. What do you mean, like me?
Orest, no, that's uncalled for. Cut it out, please.
Orest, just sensibly talking about it, what's your thoughts on Arsenal not signing anyone?
Listen, to be fair, I'm actually surprised, because Arsenal, they usually, panic by deadline day. We saw with Thomas Partey. We saw with Tomiyasu, to be fair. Tomiyasu was a panic buy. No one expected that. So I'm surprised, but then again, I don't know how many times I've warned Edu on my channel, but I did warn him. I did warn all the fans about Edu, the way he is a bit dodgy. But listen, I think Edu. I just think Edu and Arteta just had a meeting. I think Arteta said, "Okay, I don't think I need any more signings." I think he probably thinks he's got a good enough squad, but in reality, I still think you need a right back. I still think you need a holding midfielder. I still think you need a winger. But it seems that Edu doesn't think that, and not just Edu, V9 as well. What's the other guy's name as well? I forgot the other guy's name, but yeah. Listen, Arsenal, I think after Zinchenko, we're like, okay, we're done now for this summer. So, listen, you got a good squad. You got a decent first 11, but then the backups, for me, are just not good enough. So, it's awful, man. Awful that you guys didn't sign anyone on deadline day, but what can I say?
I think we have a great first 11. I think we have just our lack of squad depth is the main part why we're not getting top. Why? Well, people wouldn't say we got top 4. Our first team alone, obviously this is a part of football, but if injuries didn't exist, obviously it's a stupid thing to say, but if they didn't, I think we'd easily get top 4. But the fact that all the other teams around us, like Tottenham, they have players where they get injuries and they can cope with them. We get injuries and then we'll lose 5 games in a row or 4 games, and then eventually that will make us drop down. Like, we'll be in a good position, get a few injuries, and then we'll lose 3 or 4 in a row. Where the other teams won't do that. If Chelsea get a few injuries, they have good cover. Say with Tottenham, but if it happens to us, then I can see us losing like weeks. We can go on like a month losing streak, which other teams won't. But, which is why we should have brought someone in.
Yeah, I'll just talk about my thoughts on it. I mean, I was a bit disappointed that we weren't signing anyone, but with the Douglas Luiz thing, I don't think he would have been the right signing. It would have been nice to sign him get more depth. But I couldn't see who we could have signed on deadline day. And I think there isn't. I'm not being positive, but I mean, yeah, obviously there is January, and we still have a lot of injuries now, so we could have bought someone, but we just need to take about a game, just forget about the window now. But yeah, it's been on, and we didn't sign anyone, and hopefully we do sign someone in January. But it's really hard to think about it. But Orest, if you're there, we'll talk a bit about Anthony and Dubravka, obviously on
Both I'm here,
deadline day
man.
as
Of
well.
course I'm here. Of course, yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, Anthony and Dubravka. I'll start with Anthony first. Good signing. Price, it doesn't bother me at all because I know this football club is a mess. We could have got this for 50 million in the beginning of the transfer window, but United want to spend 3 months on a Barcelona player that wasn't convinced to join us. So that's for them. That's for the board's fault. This is not Ajax's fault. Not Ajax's board fault. Not Anthony's fault. This is on United's board fault. But listen, good player. Ten Hag clearly prioritized this target because he clearly wanted him. So I'm happy. Anthony. People I'm seeing memes of him. That's rival fans because the thing, funny with rival fans is if this was Chelsea or City that was getting Anthony, it'll be like great signing. But when it's United, bad signing, overpriced, blah blah blah. But £80 million with add-ons, yeah, man, not worried at all. And the Dubravka for me, again, Premier League experience. That's that. If I'm looking at United's board view, he's got Premier League experience, on loan. He's better than Tom Eaton, so that's one thing for sure. So, for the Dubravka for me, the thing is this transfer is weird. So we got a loan option with obligation to buy for 4 million, but however Newcastle they can get him back apparently in January if they want him back. So this transfer is weird, but I think Ten Hag did want the Dubravka, but listen. If you know my channel, guys, I've asked Louis, that Newcastle fan, of the Dubravka, and straight away he just laughed. So that doesn't make me happy. But I've seen photos of the Dubravka. Apparently, he comes as a high line and he plays those long balls. So I'm happy, but the Dubravka will most likely play in the EFL Cup, FA Cup, Europa League games. So yeah, man.
Manny, what's your thoughts on Man United signing Anthony?
Well, I mean, I'm just glad that the move went through, to be honest, and it was always a big case of will it happen, won't it happen, all that jazz. And I mean, as Orest said, ideally you wouldn't have had to spend that much money. Just goes to show that when it comes to certain players, there are always going to be other fish in the sea. And if you aren't able to get a certain target for some reason, you can't just spend your time going after that. It's like if you're dating, if you want to date a girl and she doesn't want to date you. I mean, if you want to date a girl and she doesn't want to date you or go to the prom or some sort of proms with you, you do not show up at her house in a limousine. So they should have ended their interest in De Jong when all of those things were happening. And just trying to get Anthony ASAP. They wouldn't have spent so much money. I'm not going to agree with the Newcastle fan on Dubravka because obviously, it's a question of trying to get some decent cover, having sent Dean Henderson out on loan. And it's rather funny how he was making all of these noises about how he was promised that he would be the number one ahead of De Gea, who was a consistent international for Spain, had been at the club for a long time, and he sort of felt entitled that he would be the number one, and apparently wanted to sort of, show everyone, well, in Nottingham Forest, what a fantastic goalkeeper he is. Got pumped 6-0 by Holland and company, and that sort of deflated him a little bit. But he's out on loan, and I don't see him coming back to Manchester United unless there may be an emergency. And in any case, Henderson won't be playing against them. So what will make you happy, Ollie, with the Welsh connection is that Hennessy will probably play both of those games. That you won't lose anything. I rate Hennessy very highly. But obviously, United needed a backup goalkeeper, and in Dubravka, you could, I would say, do a lot worse. Premiership experience, also a consistent international. has made his fair share of mistakes, but then every keeper has made his mistakes. Aaron Ramsdale, Emi Martinez, Bernd Leno, even Edison has had more than a few clangers. So yeah, so it's a decent signing. It gets your backs well covered. He'll play in the EFL Cup and the Europa League, and all will be well. It was, as I said earlier, it was either him or Tom Heaton, who I don't think picked a ball in anger ever since coming back to Old Trafford. So good signing that.
Yeah, Joel. What's your thoughts on the both signings as well?
Right. I think I'll do Dubravka first. I think Dubravka, it's a bit like he's sort of like any other keeper, really. And most keepers you could assign to someone on his level. You won't start. He'll start in the cups, but he's sort of just average keeper. But Anthony, he if he wasn't as skillful as he is, and he didn't do the Anthony spin or whatever it is, he wouldn't be that much. I don't think he'd be that much. In terms of actual goal contributions and how much he'll contribute to goals and assists, won't be that much. Because who is it? The lead signed Sinistera, whatever his name is. I'm pretty sure he got more goal contributions than Anthony did last season.
Okay, what does that matter?
So I'm just saying that I don't think he'll actually contribute. I don't think he'll do as well in the Prem because I don't know. He's more of like a flashy Instagram, like not what I mean, like flashy TikTok skill player. He's really skillful, but his end product's not good enough. So I don't know. 90 million seems a bit excessive, isn't it? Really. Like I feel like 90 million should be your proven top player. 90 million and I reckon you're about 50, maybe 60.
The thing is, Anthony, for me, he is still young. He's 22, in fact, so he still has a lot of years to come. So I'm not worried about the price, but people are forgetting that certain Grealish was bought for £100 million sterling. So it is what it is, man. But Anthony, for me, I don't understand why people are going crazy. Like transfer market, I think transfer market after the Super League has been crazy with the prices now. So Chelsea about to get flipping Gvardiol from Leipzig for 90 million. So because the transfer market has gone up. So it is what it is.
Yeah. We could talk about other stuff after the stream, but let's get into the games. So there was 10 games in midweek. Some on Tuesday, some on Wednesday, and the United game was on Thursday as well. So we'll talk about the Tuesday games first. Crystal Palace 1, Brentford 1. So we do the thing where the thoughts on the game and your predictions as well. So we'll start with Orest. What was your prediction for this game and thoughts on the game?
I predicted Palace to win this, I think 2-0. So yeah, but no, I think Palace obviously will feel bad for this draw. So I think Zaha, I don't know if you guys saw his press conference after the game. He was saying that we should have won this, and to be fair, big up to him because he was really disappointed that he didn't win. So yeah, I think that's a huge drop points for Palace. To be fair, I think they should have won, but it is Palace at the end of the day. But now I predicted 2-0 Palace because I thought, you know what, Selhurst Park, we're going to control the game, but clearly it didn't work. So yeah, man. But let me just double check what I actually said before I get wrong. But yeah, I think I predicted Palace to win.
Yeah, Joel, what was your prediction, if you remember, and what were your thoughts on the game?
I predicted 1-1. I got it right. This is one of the ones I got right. I didn't watch the game. I don't know much about it, but I know I got the score right. So. Yeah, I don't really know much about it, but I got the score right, so I guess it's good.
And Manny as well, what was your prediction and thoughts on the game?
I predicted a 2-1 win for Palace, just like Orest, but it looks as though both teams cancelled each other out. Brentford once again proving why they're such a solid outfit, and Palace obviously looking fairly well drilled. They had their chances to win, and yeah, so another prediction gone wrong, but decent result for both teams. It was obviously a game that neither team wanted to lose, so I think both of them will go home reasonably happy, and if they can pick up some more points elsewhere, then good for them.
Yeah, I predicted a 1-1 as well. I got it right as well. I thought it would be an even game. I just didn't see the team winning really, so yeah, not really much to say about it. I didn't watch the game as well, but yeah,
Yeah,
even
Ollie.
game,
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you said 1-1. Yeah, 1-1.
yeah,
Promise.
1-1, yeah. Okay, we'll move on. Fulham with a surprise win, 2-1 against Brighton. I think they're doing quite well at the moment. They brought in Leno, who did well against us. And they've got a decent team. They've got Pereira and Mitrovic is doing well as well, so you can't really write them off. But Ores, what was your prediction for this game and thoughts now?
My prediction was. Hang on. Let me get it right now. I'm just scrolling up. Yes, so I said 1-0 Brighton. So clearly that was flipping wrong. But now, listen, big up to Fulham, man. Because honestly, this season they have impressed me. Marcus, I think the manager, yeah, Marcus Silva. Listen, he's getting the system out. You can see his system in game. Mitrovic balling out. Preseason Pirlo, aka Pereira, balling out. But nah, Fulham for me, they have a good team, man. I think they may stay up, but they got a good team. I think Mark Silva's a good manager, so I would say they got a good manager. And yeah, with Brighton, honestly, I feel like Brighton fans shouldn't be disappointed because I watched the game. Brighton, for me, played very good football. So, well, unfortunately, they lost. So, yeah, I mean, for me, fortunately, but Brighton fans, unfortunately, because Brighton, yeah, I don't like Brighton, but we all know why in the first game. But now, Brighton for me, I want to watch. For me, Brighton and Fulham, I want to watch. But Brighton for me, Feb, to lose Bissouma and Kukurana to still play the same football, the same system, that just tells you about Graham Potter. So, fair play to Fulham on the 3 points.
Joe, what was your prediction and the thoughts on the game?
I predicted 2 on Brighton, but I don't know. People saying Arsenal haven't been a good team yet. Fulham are pretty good. I can't lie. Fulham they're not a good team, but beating them was not. I don't know the word. It's not impressive, but it's sort of. I don't mean how to describe it, but they're a good team. Them and Brighton are both good. Brighton look good as well. Obviously, they were unbeaten before this game, so yeah. But I predicted 2 on Brighton just because I thought Brighton were better, which I still think they are. But Fulham look good, so good result.
And then finally, Manu, what was your result, your prediction and thoughts on the game?
I predicted a 2-0 Brighton win, but Fulham have really surprised me. I think this is their second win this season, and they're certainly looking at a team that are good value for being in here and could also potentially avoid the drop. But this is also the same team which, if it is dependent a bit too much on Mitrovic, could also find itself struggling for goals if he doesn't fire, and that's always a danger. But they've shown that they can play as a team, and it was a bit of a surprise because Brighton, for me, were very impressive. They've been very impressive in the first few games of the season, but obviously they've taken a bit of a hit. But they're also going to be there or thereabouts, certainly in the top half of the table. And it's just a case of Fulham continuing to punch above their weight and proving why they deserve to be in the Premiership for now. And I can't really say that's very much else. It's I mean, both teams are having good starts so far. Let's see which one of these two will maintain it.
Yeah. I predicted a 2-1, the same as to Brighton, because I think most people probably predicted Brighton win, unless maybe they were a Fulham fan or they thought a shock would happen. And yeah, they proved me wrong. And I think they'll do well this season. They might stay up. But no, not really much to say as well. Predicting a Brighton win. But Fulham, they're looking good, so that's all I can really say.
They play good football, man. Both teams actually play good football. That's the thing.
I made a mistake. So the next game is Southampton-Chelsea.
Hey, Chelsea.
Hannah in the mud.
Yeah,
let me go first.
It'll be funny.
Let me go first, Ollie.
Yeah, go on.
You know why? Chelsea fans need to apologize to me because I was right. all along about Tommy tapping fraud Tuchel, man. Honestly, this guy, when I compared him to Di Matteo, I was getting DM'd. I was getting saying, "Oh, you got an agenda on Thomas Tuchel, this and that." Well, no, mate. He is the 2.0 Di Matteo, mate. Listen, if Tuchel did not win that Champions League trophy, he is not here. But listen, Chelsea, mate, what is going on with that club? Now they want to get back. For me, I don't know. I don't understand Chelsea. Chelsea fans think, well, some fans think that's the problem. It's not. It's the midfield is the issue. They can get Aubameyang, they can get Sterling, they can get whoever they want. Is their midfield is the issue because Kante, I think he is injured until I think mid-September or end of September, so that's a big loss. I think Kovacic is not 100% fit. Jorginho, we all know what Jorginho's like. They don't even have a natural DM. Chelsea don't have that.
No,
Two wants to play Gallagher. Two wants to play Gallagher in DM when he's not in DM.
Didn't they just sign Zakaria?
Zakaria for me, that's another panic buy. He's 50-50, man. But listen, Chelsea, they're not making top 4 this season. Let me say that right now. To be fair, my predictions, I had them for 5th, so yeah. But Chelsea, they're not looking good, man. They can get every defenders they want. Gvardiol, Fofana, Silva, Koulibaly, Cucurella, Reece James. They can line up with all defenders, like 11 defenders, mate. They can line up with that. So all I'm saying, just keep an eye on Tuchel because he could get sacked. He could get sacked. He could get sacked. By December, yeah. If he's not in the top 4 position, he's gone. But yeah, that's my thoughts.
What was your prediction as well?
I predict. Oh my god, I don't know. I said Chelsea. I said 2-0 Chelsea. So listen, beating Southampton away is not for everyone.
Joel, what was your prediction and thoughts on the game?
I mean, I predicted 4-0 to Chelsea, I think.
Yeah, you
So
did.
I was quite wrong. Arrest saying Chelsea will get top 4. I swear you and Hardeep have been saying we're going to bottle Chelsea for the last every day.
That's how deep, mate. No, see, I said if Chelsea are not in the top 4 position by December, Tuchel's gone.
By November, because it will break up for World Cup.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I think I predicted Chelsea to finish 5th. So I mean, I predicted
in December. You laughed at me. Was it you? No. Sorry, Hannah laughed at me. Hannah
laughed at me as well.
Yeah, Hannah.
Hannah's all talk, but then when performance on the pitch, they do.
Listen, this guy wants to call me out on my channel, yeah, saying, "Oh, Oris doesn't turn up when United lose." Where are you now? So yeah. But Marnie, let's get Marnie's thoughts, man.
Yeah, what's your prediction and thoughts on the game, Money?
Yeah, my prediction was Chelsea to win 2-1. So scoreline is reversed, if you will, and it was a shock for me. But it was crystal clear that with Kante's injury, Conor Gallagher had a role to play in the midfield, and his sending off was a dereliction of duty. So my biggest worry for Chelsea was that in this transfer window, they were willing to make all of these signings, Aubameyang, Fofana, and so forth. But I was just thinking, where the hell is your midfielder? You've lost Kante for a few weeks, maybe a month or so, I don't know. You've got some other midfielders suspended. You need someone to plug that gap. And thankfully, they've gotten Zakaria, who was, I think he was on the books at Juventus, not to Juventus before coming to Chelsea. I'm not too sure. I think they got him from Juventus, maybe. So he can certainly plug that gap. And of course, with Aubameyang coming in, that will also solve their striking problem. And I'm sorry to say this, Joel, but I'm not going to agree with this whole description of Aubameyang being a snake because, he has a career to think of, and obviously Barcelona couldn't afford to keep him. Otherwise, he probably would have stayed. The fans loved him over there. He wants to play football. He's coming to a club which will be in the Champions League. And so our loss will be his gain again. And so we have to move on with it. None of this snake stuff from me. He deserves a warm reception, and I'm sure he will be classy enough to avoid making any exuberant celebrations if he scores against us. And I think, to be fair, he doesn't have a beef with anyone at Arsenal. It's just the manager.
Just
But-
the manager,
Yeah, but the game itself was a real shocker, and it was another poor performance from Chelsea. Very surprising. I don't see Tuchel getting sacked at all. No, that is completely knee-jerk, because he will find a way to solve those problems at the club, and obviously the transfer window is proof of how serious he was in getting players. He had a much better window than we did at Arsenal. I think, Ollie, you can agree with that. Joel, you can too. So he'll be fine this season. He will certainly go beyond Christmas. I definitely don't see him being sacked in January. If he is asked to leave, it will be at the end of the season, because they will recognise that he won't put the team in a very bad position, and they will give him the dignity of asking him to leave at the end of the season if they don't achieve their aims. But as for Southampton, well, that's another shock result. And they've also made a few signings, including our very own Maitland-Niles on loan. So that will be interesting to see how well he does there. They're another team that will also fight to stay up. I have them staying up by the skin of their teeth, but maybe they could do better. I mean, it just goes to show that with all of these surprise results going on, nobody should be crowing among Arsenal fans about us being top of the league, because we haven't been tested yet. And I'm sure that both you and Joel will agree with me on that, Ollie.
I agree with
Yeah.
it, but I mean, you can only beat what's in front of you. So I guess so far, you can only beat what's in front of you. So 5 out of 5 is impressive, because you're seeing Man City due to Newcastle, Liverpool due to Palace, Fulham lost to United lost to Brentford, Brighton, Chelsea lost to Southampton and Leeds. Like these big teams, top 6 teams, are losing to the huge class bottom half teams, and we haven't lost to bottom half teams. So it's impressive to win 5 out of 5, no matter who you play. So I think it is pretty impressive. I think we're definitely better than last season. Obviously, it is early, yeah, but I mean, winning 5 out of 5 is impressive, especially because of how high the standard of the Premier is right now. Like all the Premier League teams right now are good, apart from Bournemouth.
Yeah. My thoughts on the game before we move on. Yeah, I predicted a 2-1 as well. And I think everyone predicted a Chelsea win. Maybe some people did predict a shock Southampton win, but Chelsea, they've lost 2 games that they should have won. They're not looking good. They could bounce back. We can't really jinx it. They could come back and do well, but I don't really see that happening. It could happen. They're a big team, but yeah, not a good result for them. And yeah, we'll move on. Leeds 1, Everton 1. We'll move to you. We'll talk to you first, Arrest. Leeds 1, Everton 1. What is your prediction and thoughts on the game?
I predicted Leeds to win. I think, Leeds to win. But yeah, man, I think this is I think Everton fans will take this draw, to be fair, because they haven't been good this season, so they'll probably take that win. Leeds again. If you're going for Leeds fan perspective, it's a disappointing result for them. So yeah, Leeds for me, they should have won this game, but at the end, if Everton gonna pop the bus, sit back and play for the draw, then that's what they can do. But nah, I feel Leeds fans will be disappointed, but I think Everton fans will take this draw and go into the next game. So yeah.
Yeah, Joel, what was your prediction for the game and thoughts on the game?
I predicted 1-1. I got it right again. I don't know. What I'm starting to do now is if I'm struggling to see who's winning and teams on the same level, I predicted draw, and I got 2 draws right. So yeah, no, I didn't really. I sort of see a draw because I couldn't see either team winning. Obviously, Leeds are on good form, but they're still Leeds, and Everton are on bad form. But I don't know. I just thought it'd be a draw, but I didn't watch the game, so I have no idea. So I can't really speak on it. But
okay. Manny's back. Manny, your prediction and thoughts on the game. Leeds.
Good timing, huh? I was predicting a Leeds 2-1 win, but once again, Everton are showing that they are ready for a scrap, and you just cannot count them off. It's amazing how Anthony Gordon seems to be, finding his goal scoring touch. So obviously, as long as he's able to stay, I mean, Chelsea were rebuffed and Everton made it clear that Gordon was not for sale. And good for them because he will be key. But of course, with Malpe coming in, that adds another dimension to their attack. And they will have some fight. But again, it's a measure of how well Leeds have done this season. I've been a little bit surprised that, I was surprised that they drew. I was expecting them to win. And they're certainly a team, as I said, I had thought that they would possibly go down, but now I've changed it to having them stay up because they certainly look to have recovered very well and built a good spine. And with the likes of Harrison, Aronson, Rodrigo and company, they're certainly looking really good. And a few players, a few stalwarts like Ayling, Cooper and others are yet to come back. Has been sidelined and he's going to find it difficult to come back. So it's looking really good, and it's also a sign, really, that they were able to offload Daniel James to Fulham in the transfer window. So they probably felt that, given that they're blessed with the options they have, they probably didn't need James that much. And I'm sure that James will feel that Leeds is not going to be Fulham's gain. He'll have some points to prove, and he will also be committed to helping Fulham do their best to stay and also do quite well. Again, it's another reminder that all of these teams who have come into the Premier League or who aren't expected to do very well are scrapping very early and punching above their weight. Things might settle down maybe after 10 or 15 games, maybe close to Christmas, we'll find out where everyone's level really is, and then we can take it from there. But a good result for Everton. Leeds might be disappointed not to have 3 points, but 1 is better than nothing, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't really predict this. I don't know why I completely forgot. So I can't really say I maybe would have predicted a draw, but yeah, even game. I think Anthony Gordon got the goal, and Sinister. I think that's a new signing, isn't it? A young guy. He got the goal as well. So I can't really say good result for either side. They're both looking poor. I can't really. Obviously, Leeds haven't done quite well though. They're 7th, but Everton, I think they'll survive. Maybe they might go down. Never know. But I think they might survive. Their team isn't that bad. They just haven't had the great results. Another shocking one that Wolves really should have won. Bournemouth 0, Wolves 0, Wolverhampton 0. RS, what was your prediction and thoughts on the game?
I'll give you my thoughts while I find my prediction, but Wolves, man, honestly, I don't know what has happened to them. Bruno Lage, I don't know what's going on with his tactics this season. I'm not saying that he needs to be sacked or anything, but he needs to sort himself out. To be fair, I think that Conor Cody losing him might have impacted them. Because obviously Cody was their leadership at the back, so now they are flipping. Actually, I think they're about to sell Donkers also. Honestly, I think they already sold them anyways. But listen, Wolves this season, sorry how deep, but honestly they have been terrible. I predicted 1-1, so draw. So Bournemouth again. Listen, Scott Parker, that second was just weird, man. He faced, was it 3 of the top 6 teams? And then I think he lost to Arsenal. So it's just harsh, man. It's just harsh. Like, sacking a manager after 4 games. Like, to be fair, he did call the board out. He called the board out after the Liverpool 9-0. He said, "Oh, we only got 3 transfers." So, and the board probably saw that and then said, "Okay, you know what? We'll sack him because they're talking bad about us." So it's just shocking them. But listen, Bournemouth, I just hope they get relegated, man. Honestly.
Yeah. Joel, your thoughts and prediction of this game?
I mean, Bournemouth probably expect them to lose because obviously they're poor, but I don't know. I think the Scott Parker sacking had nothing to do with performances on the pitch. It was purely down to what he said about the board. So I guess Guess what? I hope they're not a Premier League team. They'll never be a Premier League. They're not a Premier League team. Bournemouth will never be a Prem team. Norwich will never be. They aren't real Prem teams. They're Championship level teams. So I hope they get relegated. To be honest,
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
like them.
Man, your thoughts on this game prediction?
What can I say? I mean, I predicted a Wolverhampton win 2-0 in lieu of their own struggles, but with Bournemouth, I mean, it just goes to show you never know what can happen until you get a seismic shock. I sympathise with Scott Parker, and I went on this Bournemouth fan channel on YouTube called UTC IAD, Up the Cherries, and I don't know what the as IAD stands for. And they had a call-in show where I was giving my views, and I made it very clear that I sympathise with Scott Parker, because if you are a club coming into the Premiership, you need to make sure that you have the players you need to make sure that you can mount an assault on the Premiership, and that means regardless of how well some of your players may have done in the Championship, you still have to try and get a few more proven players to improve competition for places, and especially make sure that people aren't, resting on their laurels, if you will. And one of the biggest issues with Bournemouth was that they don't really have any real goal scoring threats. 4 goals this season, all scored by 4 different players. That tells the story. One of them, of course, being your boy Kiefer Moore, who also has had a wonderful rise to the Premiership. Obviously, will be key for Wales when you boys turn up and cat up. But apart from that goal against Villa, I don't know how much he's really contributed. I mean, I haven't really seen much. And I think it's going to take a long time for Bournemouth to be able to get a new manager, because if the director of that club is so thin-skinned that he can't stand his own manager calling him out for a lack of transfer activity, which is absolutely the right thing to do, because it shows that Parker is in every way a man of principle. I mean, you can't just hand your general badly equipped army and expect him to work wonders. It's just stupid and irresponsible. Ironically, one of their signings, Neto, started in goal after replacing Mark Travers. The poor boy was literally shell-shocked after that 9-0 at Anfield. And by all accounts, he was a solid presence in goal and didn't do too badly. And it was a clean sheet for Bournemouth. So you never know. You just never know how well you're going to recover. And obviously under Gary O'Neill, maybe this could hopefully be the start of a mini recovery. I still think they'll go down unless they really get someone quality in, but it really isn't looking too good for them. So this was something that they will take with them maybe going forward and see how they will do under Gary O'Neill for the time being. And maybe Sean Dyche, who is the bookies' favourite to join Bournemouth, will come in and maybe redress the situation. As for Wolves, they are going through problems, as Orest said. I think largest tactics, as Orest said, might be under question. And how they need to start winning. And how he is able to do that with Ruben Neves as captain and instead of Connor Cody, and a few new signings like Nunes and a few others who haven't quite gelled yet, they're going to have to really start finding some goals and wins somewhere. And this result isn't really good for them. So Bournemouth can be happy for now. They obviously will have gone home smiling at the end. But this season will look very bad for them unless they get their act together.
Yeah, so the next game is the Arsenal game. By the way, is that you really you, Traps? You've got Traps joined. Is that you?
What happened? Is that Traps?
Of course it's me.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Oh, I think he's got something to say with the Arsenal fans, but yeah, we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, do you know what? Listen. Where's Joe, man? Joe, unmute yourself, man.
See? Oh, wait.
Joe, you there?
Yeah, man.
Listen, Joe, I just want you to know, that I'm here for you, man. I'm here for you. I understand, that right now, you're top of the league. Things are looking good. But all jokes aside, whatever happens, on Sunday, I mean, I think we all know where this is going to go. But I'm here for you, Joel, man. Because Joel, you're having a tough time. I know you're having a tough time dealing with Aubameyang and stuff. Like, I mean, I'm here for you, man. Because I know the whole like he's a snake and that, but. You know what? Sometimes in life, you just got to earn a living. Sometimes, you know what I mean. He just wants to earn some money. He just wants to live like everyone else. You know, like
China then.
sometimes you got to do things you don't want to do. You know, but yeah, man.
He can move to China then if he wants to. If he wants to go to the MLS or something. If you want to go make money, don't join Chelsea.
Ollie, how do you feel, Ollie? How do you lot feel about Aubameyang joining Chelsea? Because I think it's bloody excellent. That's what I think.
Well, Traps, now the excuse is, oh, he's 33, he's finished. That's the excuse now. So, yeah. So,
I did care about it a bit, but I don't really care now. He can go there and do well. Doesn't matter.
Oh!
Ollie, that's very mature. That is very mature.
See, mine's always been the same. Mine is
Honestly,
how
how can you like that snake? Just snake, innit? Like he has Arsenal tattoos.
No, he's not
He paid
snake.
for, no, I don't care. No.
He's not snake.
No,
he's
yes, he's a snake.
not-
He's a snake. He's a snake. Right. So he plays for Arsenal, 3 years, 4 years.
So what? Van Persie plays for you guys.
Shut up. 3 years at Arsenal. Got an Arsenal tattoo. Moves to Barcelona, and he wasn't good enough for us anymore. So he moves to Barcelona.
Whose paradigm is that, anyways?
All right, Ollie, mute this guy. He moves to Barcelona. He moved to Barcelona, and then he had a season. He was all right. He wasn't anything special. He wasn't bad. He wasn't good. Average. He didn't have to go and directly move to our direct. No, he didn't have to go and move to our direct rivals. Like he didn't need to do that. There was no
Your
need to
direct
join them.
rivals, listen, Joe. Your direct rivals are Spurs, though, ain't they?
Spurs and Chelsea.
No, my God. Oh, my.
Don't say oh my. No, don't say that.
Fair enough.
They are our rivals. Who would you consider your rivals? City and Liverpool are both your rivals, aren't they? Liverpool and City, you both consider your direct rivals. So why can't we consider Chelsea and Tottenham our rivals? Or Ash shaking his head because he knows it's true. Like you can have two rivals.
No, it's not. Chelsea,
Who's
for me.
Who's your
No.
direct rivals? City or Liverpool?
Hmm?
Who's your direct rival? City or Liverpool?
I'll probably say City.
But then would you consider Liverpool your rivals?
Of course I would, but listen,
Exactly.
Chelsea, you can't call Aubameyang a snake because that's like saying Van Persie this and that. So you need to realize former players have done the same thing in the past. I know he probably wasn't existing in the past, but they've done the same thing. So Aubameyang doesn't care about you guys, so he can do what he wants. He doesn't care about you guys. So
Yeah, but it's not even about there, right? It's all about this at the end of the day. Arsenal have discarded Aubameyang. They're done with him. They don't want him no more. They've moved him on. So him coming back to not play for Chelsea on the basis of what Arsenal fans think is very, very, very unreasonable. It's unreasonable. Because he's trying to make a living. He's in the dying embers of his career. He's not going to be around in 3, 4, 5 years playing at this level. This is an opportunity for him to get. He was never going to start over Lewandowski. He's got an opportunity to play Champions League football for probably maybe the last couple of seasons of his career. And yeah, I don't think he's a snake. I mean, neither should you. Like, you've moved on from him. You've got Jesus. He's your new guy. I feel like you to wish him all the best, man.
No. I don't wish him all the best. I don't wish him all the best. No, there's plenty of shot. You could stay at Barcelona. Come to the end of your career and you join our rivals. I don't care. How would you feel if someone like what would you do if De Gea joined City?
So what?
Bye.
Why would I care?
Bye.
I mean, it's not even like that, is it? It's more.
Why would I
it's
care?
worse than that.
De Gea, like,
Joe, listen, Joe, if Aubameyang was one of your favourite players, yeah, and you feel betrayed personally, you have to take a step away from it. Like, it's not personal. He didn't do it to piss you off, Joe. I promise you. He's just done it for footballing reasons, and it makes sense for him. Like, a move to Chelsea from Barcelona, they've just signed Lewandowski. It's a slap in the face because Aubameyang is a good striker. They've just signed Lewandowski, and as his replacement, effectively, he's not going to get the games. He's getting Chelsea. He's the star man, number 9. Just let him. What? I mean, you can't really, you have to sort of be fair to the guy, man. He gave all he could for Arsenal. It didn't work out in the end. you let him go. If he's trying to play football, that's it. At the end of the day, he's not doing it. He wasn't doing it out of spite to say, "Oh, do you know what? Let me join Chelsea just to piss Arsenal fans off." You need to stop that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I agree completely, and let me just jump in. No, this arrogance that fans have to expect that players should be willing to avoid joining a rival club out of loyalty to their previous employers is absolutely awful. And here's the thing. David Rocastle played at Chelsea later on in his career, but no Arsenal fan will ever slag him off and call him a snake. We loved Olivier Giroud. He didn't want to leave, but ironically, we sold him to Chelsea so that Aubameyang could come over to us and Batshuayi could go from Chelsea to Dortmund on loan, a sort of a three-way thing, if you will. Aubameyang loved Arsenal. He wanted to have a legacy. He was 8 goals away from scoring 100 from the club, and he probably would have achieved. I wouldn't have put it past him to achieve that landmark. And he was discarded. He believed, very harshly. He has no issues with the club. He just has an issue with the manager. But as you've said, Traps, he wants to play football. And why should he have any kind of loyalty towards a club whose manager basically made it clear that, he is surplus to requirements and simply not good enough to play for him anymore?
Exactly.
Not good enough for Arsenal, but more than good enough to tear it up for Barcelona in La Liga, torching Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, and then coming over to Chelsea, obviously, to make some sort of an impact. We'll see how well he does. I'm certain he will score goals because when he is motivated and fired up, I can't think of many other strikers in world football who will be as prolific as him. But he has the right to do whatever he wants for his career.
Right?
No, I agree with you there.
Here's the thing as well. Like what Manny just said, yeah. All of that stuff is right. So why would you even direct your anger at Aubameyang? If Aubameyang comes and does well for Chelsea, it's clear to see that there was still life in him and he shouldn't have been treated the way he was treated by Arteta. So Arteta's the one to blame. If you don't get top 4 this season, you don't win a trophy, and Chelsea do, and Aubameyang scores all these goals, it's not his fault. He's doing his job. Arteta was the one that got rid of him.
Mm-hmm. Also, just big up Traps is joining. Big up his channel as well. He's got a new channel called Traps Talk, so go subscribe to that as well. He's doing a stream today at 7, so
that stream at 7 could be nice, because I'll be there. Joe will be there. Willie will be there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Listen, anyone in the chat, all Arsenal fans are welcome. Follow me on Traps Booming Instagram. DM me. I will get you on there. You can have your views about it, because I'm taking on every Arsenal fan in the world today.
Yep.
Not the sensible ones. I'm fine with. It's the delusional Arsenal fans. Today is your day. I'm cooking dinner.
Yeah.
Just subscribe to you. Your next stream should be fun.
All right, we'll move on to the games. If you want to join Chats, we're just going through the games and doing our predictions and thoughts on the game. So we'll start with the rest. Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 1. What was your prediction for this one and your thoughts?
I think I predicted 2-0, so that's 0 points for me. So because I didn't predict them to score, so yeah, that's clean sheet out the door. But nah, it was predicted. We all knew Arsenal would win this, so yeah, that's 5 wins, top of the league. The league ends in August for them, so that's. No, actually, now it's September, so we'll edge that deadline to end of September. The league ends in, so yeah. But no, Arsenal have been playing good football. Don't get me wrong; they've been playing good. Udegaard's been good. Oli Udegaard. You know what? Xhaka, man. Xhaka needs to get some credits, man. Honestly, because he's been solid, man, this season. Saliba, he was okay. He wasn't that good, but he was okay. But nah. Arsenal, bring it on Sunday. Bring it on, man. Bring it on. But nah, Steven Gerrard, this guy needs to go, man. He needs to go.
Mm-hmm. Manny, Arsenal fan. What are your thoughts on the game? You probably did an Arsenal win, did you?
I predicted a 3-1, so 1 goal short, but no complaint. A win is a win. And now Arsenal fans were alerted as to why they wanted to get Douglas Luiz, because it was his goal, which either could be a calculated piece of skill or the most outrageous fluke in the world. Because of that, they wanted to sign him. And, again, as I said, it was just stupid, lackadaisical stuff from Arsenal. They didn't get him, but, now it's some sort of born fruit. I was interested to see how Villa would be playing because they dropped Coutinho from the lineup, although they had him on the bench. I didn't think he would be fit to play, and it was a surprise that he was brought on. And obviously, with Danny Ings coming on, they started to look a little bit more dangerous later on. And that is a difference in many ways between Gerrard and Arteta. I mean, not that Gerrard is in any way a smart coach, but he at least had some sense to bring on a few subs to try and change the game. There was no way that he was going to park the bus at any point in time. I think I might have to single out Ezri Konsa, who wasn't exactly at his best, who made a few clumsy giveaways. But Tyrone Mings was immense at the back for them. Their midfield and their forward line looked a little bit, flustered. Some of their footwork was very clumsy, and the way they gave the ball away, it actually gave us a lot of hope. And in many ways, we should have been 2-0 up at the break, or maybe 3-0, I don't know. And a lot of people have been talking about Emi Martinez coming back to the Emirates again. That's our second ex-Arsenal goalkeeper playing against us in the span of 2 weeks. He actually had a good game, and that first goal, which should have been, which apparently he fumbled, he was probably taken aback a little bit by the sudden deflection from, I think it was Mings or Konsa, I forget whom, but that took it away from his path, and he was sort of caught in two minds. But you probably would have thought that maybe he could have he would have at least put it away from him perhaps, and then Jesus scored from that. But then he made a fine save from Martinelli to ensure that Arsenal wouldn't concede anymore, and he also had some decent saves earlier on in the half, and even in the second half as well, he was pretty much the difference between Arsenal scoring more and not adding to their tally. So he was probably I would say, one of their top players along with Mings. And as for Arsenal, we were dominating them in the first half, and it was like Fulham all over again, huffing and puffing, but not being able to blow down the house. And I mean, we did make a huge crack in the house, ironically, with Jesus, but we didn't do much more. And it took that goal to sort of come back. I mean, it was great that we showed the resolve to come back immediately. And again, props to Gabriel Martinelli, easily man of the match. Odegaard started off decently, but probably faded away. And with his injury, it could be quite possible that, someone like an Emil Smith-Rowe could come into the team, take his position, and if he does well, Odegaard could be in some trouble. And let's not forget, we also have the small matter of Fabi Vieira coming into the team. So again, it was a case of us dominating, but in some cases losing some steam. With Tomiyasu coming on, we looked a little bit more solid. I think it was Tomiyasu who started that move in a way which led to the Martinelli winner. So hopefully this experiment of picking Ben White at right back will be no more. And I actually think that he might end up being benched with Saliba and Gabriel being our first choice defenders, unless Arteta decides to take pity on him and maybe play a 5-3-2. God forbid, I do not want to see 3 centre-backs, because White will be the weak link. So quite a few good points from that game. Still some areas of concern. And the fact that we didn't make any signings in the transfer window means that could definitely come to bite us if we are not careful, because our season will effectively be starting with the Manchester United game at Old Trafford on Sunday. And that's going to be a real test up against a team which is recovering well, which is finding a way to win some games, and for whom Casemiro will definitely play some pretty consequential role, given that he's now got some more minutes under his belt. So looking good now, 5 out of 5, but let's not count our chickens. Wind our necks in, yeah?
Yeah, so I think we'll talk to Traps and then John, and whilst Traps would talk about United game as well. But yeah, Traps, your thoughts on the Arsenal game? Did you predict an Arsenal win?
Well, I thought Arsenal would win their first 5 games anyway. I thought you had a good preseason. You've made some good additions to the squad. I looked at your first 5 games and I thought, you know what? Arsenal fans, I mean, maybe I did say if you move the Palace game, if you swap the Palace game with the Bournemouth game, so you play Bournemouth first and you play Palace third, you don't win that Palace game because Palace just wasn't ready at the start of the season. But that's another story. We don't know. But I didn't expect you lot to get 5 wins, especially with the way you lot played against Fulham. I didn't expect you to get a win there. And Aston Villa are a disgrace. I'm not going to lie to you. They're a disgrace. I think that Steven Gerrard should be sacked with immediate effect because you've got managers out here losing to City, Liverpool, and Arsenal.
Yeah.
And they're getting the sack. And they're not even being backed. Steven Gerrard has been backed, yeah, and they play absolutely trash football. I mean, I expected Arsenal to beat them. When they got the goal back, I thought hang on a second. They was very good defensively, like Manny said. Martinez was good, Mings was good. So I thought, you know what? They get one back here. The goal, I mean, I wouldn't say it was a fluke because he's done it before.
Really?
Yeah,
he once they got the goal back, I thought, you know what? They can get a point out of this. 2 minutes later, lo and behold, they couldn't even hold on. They couldn't even hold on to a point for not even 10 minutes, or for however long it was left on the game anyway. But I mean, to be honest with you, I expected that Arsenal. I expected that Arsenal win. I just think Arsenal. If Arsenal don't get a result at Old Trafford, right, on Sunday, it will just be clear to me that they have had an extra long extended pre-season because this is probably the toughest test they're going to have. With United not conceding goals, coming into a bit of form, they've got a few injuries.
That shouldn't be an excuse, Traps.
No, it should be an excuse.
It shouldn't. No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't.
I'll talk about it in a minute. No, let's talk.
It's not an excuse, right? But I mean, I've heard a lot of chat from the Arsenal fans about Edu doing excellent business, blah 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 blah. We've got squad depth, so this is a great test for them. You've got a couple of injuries, fair enough, but I expect Arsenal to come out. If they don't get anything from this game, it'll be clear to me to see that it's the same old Arsenal. Because, I mean, you can't. In one sense, you can say that, but in another sense, you can say that they don't really get much when they come to Old Trafford on their best day anyway. So, I mean, I just think they run the next 5 games. Yeah, they've got. I think it's Everton. I think it's Liverpool. I think they've got Spurs. I think they've got Brentford.
Yep.
I mean, I think that is the test. That is when Arsenal season it gets put to the test. So I just think, yeah, they've had a good run. You can't take anything away from them. You can only beat who's in front of you. They've beat who's in front of them. They've got a big game on Sunday. And Gerrard should be sacked with immediate effect. Pochettino should have his job. Pochettino should have either his job or Thomas Tuchel's job.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Joel, do you want to? What's your thoughts on the game?
Yep. Well, I predicted on the actual stream where we predicted the games. I predicted 2-1. I think in the group chat I predicted 3-0. So yeah, I didn't get any points for. But obviously I didn't watch the game. Didn't watch the games. I couldn't. But another win, 5 wins out of 5. I mean, people saying if we lose to United, then that
say the names. Don't say people. Say names. Say names.
It's not just names. It's those people. Not just people I know.
Oh, Traps, he's calling you out. He's calling you out. So
what?
Wait, say what.
No, it's not just Traps.
What are you gonna say? Wait. Traps,
Let Joe finish.
Yeah, go on, finish, Joe.
No, it's not Traps. Traps has said it, but it's people on like comments and stuff. It's not people.
Comments where?
On the stream.
Ollie, where's the comments?
Like,
I don't see no comments.
Oh, you're not listening to me. You don't never speak. I mean comments on like Instagram pages, or you see people on YouTube channels. Not people I know like on the streams, and say that. But I think if we, not an excuse, but potentially we might have Ramsdale, Odegaard, Zinchenko, Partey all out. How is that not an excuse? That's our main goalie, our best midfielder, our other best midfielder.
Tierney for backup.
Odegaard.
Oh God, you got Smith Rowe to replace him.
Yeah, but there's that could be 5 of our best 11 out of the team.
I thought they're gonna confirm Ramsdale's out. Right?
He said Ramsdale and Odegaard. He said it's unlikely.
Yeah, he's not sure. So they're not injured. He's not.
It's not looking good. But,
well,
let's move on from that. I reckon this match is not the final season. If we lose this match, we'll finish the same as if we win this match. And same with United. It's one of those games where at Old Trafford, we could be top. We could be top of the league in May, and obviously that wouldn't happen. But we could be, and you could be 15th, and you'd probably still go and beat us at Old Trafford. But I think it'll be a draw. But I think obviously the injuries don't help. But
if we beat you, you do realize we're 3 points behind you. If we beat you,
cool. It's August.
But then at the beginning, it's all let's laugh at United, banter club.
I mean, you can say you should be allowed to say let's laugh at United after you lose 4-0. If we lose 4-0, we lost 4-0 to a relegation contender, then you could banter us.
We don't laugh at clubs, mate. That's like
Brentford are not relegation contenders though.
At the start of the season they were. I predicted them to finish 17th. No, 16th. Whatever's just below relegation. 17th.
Yeah, but that's not relegation. If they finish 16th,
relegation contenders. Like they're
Brentford are relegation contenders. They've shown this time and time again. This is the same as Brighton. The Brighton game, right? This is what people fail to understand about the Brighton game. The Brighton game, yes, we lost 2-1. But here's the thing. Yeah. Rashford had a chance, should have put it away. Bruno had a chance, should have put it away. If they put them chances away, we don't deserve to win, but we win. Brighton have been given top teams, hard games for over 12 months now. Yeah. So there's no shame in losing 2-1 to Brighton. The 4-0 at Brentford, yes, that was a disgrace. However, you can't turn around and say on the basis of you losing the game, because we've seen it. How many times have we seen it? We've seen Chelsea lose 4-1 to Brentford at home. We've seen Chelsea lose 5-3 to West Brom. Right? These results pop up all the time. Crystal Palace beating City, right? We've seen these things happen all the time. The point is, right, is that you lot have gone off on a tandem. Not all Arsenal fans, but you lot have gone off on a tandem. We got Super Mick Arteta talking about Champions League. You ain't even in it, right? You're talking about you're at Bournemouth, right? A team that are absolutely in the mud, right? You're at Bournemouth singing. You're going down with United. You deserve everything you get from here on out.
Oh, it's just a joke. It's just a joke, isn't it? It's not
a joke.
It is a joke. Singing that.
What's a joke?
Banter, football banter.
It's not a joke. No.
It's football banter.
It's not a joke.
Then why are you singing if it's a joke?
Because no one actually thought United were going to get relegated, did they? No one thought they're going to finish 20th.
Yeah, but what I don't understand is, right, is why do Arsenal fans feel the need that they can banter Manchester United at any given time?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're better than you right now.
Oh man!
What do you mean? You can't say no. We finished 11 points above you last season, and we started the season. We're ahead of you.
Wait, what competition did you finish?
How many points below did you finish?
What competition?
How many points were you off top four last season? I don't care.
Here's the thing.
This guy.
No, wait. Joe, here's the thing with that statement. Yeah. Yes, you did finish 11 points ahead of us, right? But here's the thing. You were competing with the worst Manchester United team of all time, and you still ended up in the same competition as they did. Listen. Also, So all them points that you got are absolutely irrelevant because it's all to do with qualifications. The more points you get Champions League. The more points you get, you win the league. The more points you get, you know what I mean, you end up in the competition. All your points accumulated to you lot getting in the same competition, yeah, as what we did. Now, if you're looking at anything you should be looking at, it's what you did the season before. I think you lost the same amount of games, or if not more games than you did the season before, and you conceded more goals. That are the things you should be looking at.
More points.
We're better than you.
More points.
Sorry?
All that matters is if you get more points. I don't care if you concede more. I don't care about any stuff. If you get more points, you've got a better season. That's all I care about.
All right, cool. So all right, let me give you a scenario, yeah? You finish, 5th this season, yeah? United finished 10th, yeah? They finished 10th. But United go on and win the Europa League. Who's had the better season?
Where did you say you finished, United?
10th.
10th. Yeah, but we have in the Europa League. Where do Arsenal finish? Yeah.
5th.
I mean, probably we were United. But if United finished 10th, would they win the Europa League?
I'm just saying, if they finished, they finished 6th before won the Europa League.
That's different. 6th and 10th is a lot different.
Well, Chelsea finished 6th. Chelsea finished 6th and won the Champions League, right? So that I would say Chelsea finishing 6th and win the Champions League is the equivalent to United finishing 10th and win the Europa League, right or wrong?
Right.
There you go then.
But I just think it's unrealistic. If you finish 10th, you're not going to win Europa. You can say that these ifs, but if you finish 10th, you've been dreadful. There's no how can you say? I know it's an analogy, but it's pretty much impossible to finish 10th and win Europa.
Oh my God! Read that comment.
You know what, Joe? It's not, because you know why? Because what might happen is that. See, like what Mourinho done in that season, he gave up on the league. He said, "You know what? Stuff the league. I'm resting players, and we're going to win this Europa League." So if you actually focus your attention, because I don't think for 1 year going forward, I don't think Arsenal have the squad to win a Europa League and compete in the league. I don't think they do.
Do you not think we have just as good of a depth as you?
No, you don't.
What depth do you have? What depth do you have? What depth do you have?
Joe,
Okay.
just out of interest.
Let me go one by one.
Listen. Just out of interest, yeah. Joe, name your combined 11. I want to hear this.
What, United Arsenal?
Oh yes. Go on.
Before I say it, is it this season or just before
this
the season?
Right now. Based on performances at Arsenal Football Club.
Right now, I'm going Ramsdale.
Oh my God! Already, just stop there.
How can you have De Gea?
Let finish.
No.
Actually,
Dalot right back.
Go on.
Ramsdale goalkeeper. Dalot right back. Centre backs. I'm having. I think Saliba and. Martinez or Gabriel. I'll just put Martinez in there. Actually, I might put Varane in there. I don't know. But, I'll put Varane in. Left back, I'll go Zinchenko. Midfield, I don't know who you want a left back, but all right.
Well, I know who I want. But carry on.
Midfield, I'll go Partey, Xhaka, and Odegaard. I'm going for it. Partey, Odegaard. And then Sancho right wing, left wing Saka, striker Jesus.
Saka! What?
Hey Joe, that is
Martinelli. I meant Martinelli.
Joe, that is of the week.
I meant Martinelli.
How are you putting all your Arsenal players in that midfield?
No, listen. Listen. Wait, Joe.
It winds me up.
Joe, listen. I want to hear the contrast. Manny.
Yes.
What's your combined 11 of Manchester United, Arsenal,
my guy,
as it stands right now?
Yeah. We're top of the league.
Okay, my combined 11. Based on form, no bias, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, goalkeeper, Ramsdale. He's been in better form, and although De Gea has recovered a little bit, he still has a pretty poor distribution as seen, so Ramsdale. But Ramsdale isn't exactly off the hook. I want to see him improve his decision-making. Right back, Diogo Dalot. No Ben White, okay?
Yeah,
No chance. Okay, centre-backs. I would go with Rafael Varane and William Saliba.
I agree.
Okay. Left back, ooh, that is a toughie. I don't think Malacia is proven. He does seem to be okay, but I would still go with Zinchenko.
Same. We got the whole back line together.
Yeah, but listen. This is based on performances, right? For Arsenal Football Club, not based on who you think or
Arsenal and Manchester United. Okay, so I've got that's my goalkeeper in my back four. Yeah. Now I would like to possibly do a 4-4-2 because that is a lot. I realise that that's not being used that often these days. A lot of people are trying to experiment with a 4-2-3-1 or Christmas tree 4-3-2-1 or some other formation. But in my experience, you hardly ever go wrong with a 4-4-2. So central midfielders would be Christian Eriksen, and I would probably have to go with Eriksen would be on the right of centre, and based on performances, I probably would go with Granit Xhaka in the centre of midfield. Because it's either him or Scott McTominay, and I don't know if I would necessarily rate him. Left wing would be, that would be interesting. But for me, I would go with Bukayo Saka in his natural position because he plays there for England, yes, and he does really well. And there was a time when a lot of people were complaining, why is he able to do so well for England and score goals for England, but not do the business for Arsenal? It's simple. You're taking a wonderfully quick left-footed person with a sweet left-footed shot, right foot, which is really only used for standing on. He's played at left wing. He's played as a left back, but you have him on the right wing because you want that sort of bending in cross. He doesn't do that. He doesn't feel comfortable doing that. If he's on the left wing, he's happy as a clam, la-di-da. And right wing, that's going to be an interesting one. So this probably would go to maybe Jadon Sancho. And my strikers, easy. Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Martinelli. Rashford hasn't done too much.
I agree with that team, but I feel like the 4-4-2 is sort of with Arsenal and United. It's sort of 1-1 because it's not. Arsenal and United don't really have many strikers, and we have more midfielders. Like United don't really have a proper striker right now. We have Ronaldo, but he hasn't played this season, so you can't I feel like Arsenal only have one striker, and United have none. So it's a bit of like I prefer like a one striker with more midfielders formation. To get the best.
All right.
The only reason why I didn't include Casemiro is because he hasn't played very much, and Xhaka has played a lot more games.
Do you want to hear mine?
Go on.
Yep, go ahead.
So first things first, David De Gea goes in goal. Straight off the cuff. And do you want to know why that is, It's because little things, right? Like this. Like if you look at the save he pulled off yesterday, that save's outstanding, I don't think there's many keepers in the world that get that make them save. He is the number one, I would say he's the number one shot stopper in the country still to this day.
Brentford.
Still, everyone has off games, Joe. But anyways, Second of all, I don't understand how if you lot are calling Varane, right? This is Arsenal fans that are calling Varane. You lot are saying you both said Varane, but here's the thing: Martinez has had back-to-back man of the matches, so he definitely gets in there. So I'm gonna go with what you lot said, Varane, but I'm going with Martinez, So
wait, who's your two centre backs?
Martinez and Varane.
Oh, come on, you've got to admit that's so biased.
How is it biased? That pairing has conceded one
Saliba
goal.
Saliba is better than
don't you dare say Saliba.
He's been better than both this season. This season's been better than both.
Listen,
better than both of them.
Wait. Listen.
Nah, this is one me up.
Deluded guy, fam.
All right, listen. I'm just saying, that's what I think. Based off what you lot said, based off what I think. William Saliba has the same amount of own goals as that partnership as goals conceded. But we'll move on.
Nah.
Not saying Saliba's rubbish, because we're not
you
saying
can't talk about the own goal though. That's not.
Listen.
Why not?
Joe,
because he isn't.
Ollie,
Yeah,
do
he's
you know what?
Yeah,
Yeah, do you know
exactly,
what?
me,
Ollie,
bro.
Ollie, listen. Ollie needs to control the stream. I'm gonna listen. We'll just say this for my stream. Ollie, continue, because they're not ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think we'll talk about all the games now because I actually do have to go in a bit. But because we got some United fans, let's talk about the Leicester game. Go on.
Yes, 3 wins in a row. My manager, ETH.
Oh, Manny. Oh, Manny left. Huh?
my manager.
He probably had
First
to. He probably
few
had to
weeks,
leave.
right?
Oh, wait.
Uh,
Because Manny left, I just if he doesn't join back, big up his social. It is
yeah, man. Yeah, you don't read out his last name.
no. Let me just.
Just post in there. Just post in the comments or something.
Yeah.
But nah. Listen, Rolls Royce Varane. This guy, I'm just hoping he stays fit for this season. Let me talk. Don't just get rattled. Just let me talk. Malassa, man. Honestly, this guy is sensational. Whoa.
Oh, what?
What
Joe?
is that?
Oh my.
Oh, your boyfriend left.
We've
Nah.
upset Joel. Joel's fuming.
We need a striker, man. Honestly, we need a striker because honestly, I'm sick and tired with Anthony Elanga, man. But listen, that's the reason why we brought Anthony because he will replace him soon. But nah, I think we need to stop doing this sit back when winning. So even though it does work, we just need to stop because if I'm telling you right now, if we didn't bring on Casemiro second half, I feel like we would concede it. But 3 wins in a row. Last time we won, that was last year. Pure delusion, yeah, John. Yeah, that's why you left the stream. But nah, 3 wins in a row. We'll make that fun Sunday. But nah, we're looking good, man. We're looking good. First half for me was the best football for me this season. It was the best first half for me. But let's say Traps' thought.
I said it in my stream. I was doing a watch along, and I was like, do you know what? Yeah, this team needs to create a culture. They need what this Manchester United team needs, and this is why it's imperative that we beat Arsenal on the weekend. We need to reinstall the fear factor. That's what we need. Yeah, we can't be doing this 1-0 trying to manage out the game. Yeah, they manage the games well, but no, we need to be going for 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and letting teams know that Man United are back in business. That's what we want you lot to know. But obviously it's early days, and I'm happy with the performance. But I just feel like there needs to be much more improvement if we're to get to where we need to be. That's all I can say.
Yeah. So do you regret calling Ten Hag a nobody, or you still?
Ten Hag is still a nobody.
Oh, okay, fine. But no, I think we need to keep this up, keep the momentum up, keep the confidence up. We'll go on Sunday. Listen, I feel like we'll win. I'll get my prediction for Traps stream later, but
All right, go on. I've got this because it isn't the title. We'll talk about it. So we'll just go for quickly your predictions, guys. I know you're going to predict a win, but go on.
3-0 United. I'm saying it. 3-0.
Traps.
2-0.
Ollie, what about you?
I'm going to go with a sensible. I'm going to go with a draw. I know it's a sensible one for an Arsenal one because I would go for an Arsenal win. You know, I'm not going to predict it. I just don't want to predict it because I know you might win. You know, you never know. But I want to predict a draw. I want to be sensible. I don't want to be an Arsenal fan saying we're going to win. But yeah, you could win with the injuries we've got. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Ollie is not confident. But don't worry, man. It's not if you do lose, it's not the end of the world. Like as much as Arsenal fans believe that the title race ends on in September, it doesn't. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay. We'll talk about the Man City. We'll go through these quickly, and then I might end the stream. Manny said he might be coming back, so if he comes back, I'll maybe just shout his socials, whatever. But Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1 arrests. What was your prediction? And your thoughts on the game?
Liverpool 2. To be fair, I think I predicted Liverpool 3 anyway. So yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Traps has to go now. It's a big up for joining for a bit, Traps. Yeah. Shout out your YouTube channel and your Instagram. Or whatever you want.
Zoom in on Instagram and Traps Talks on YouTube, man. Get over there tonight, 7 o'clock. It's gonna be big.
Yeah, yeah.
Ollie, make sure you come over there. And Joel, wherever you are, I'm here for you, man. Just come see me, man. Everyone enjoy the stream.
Yeah, big up. So yeah, carry on what you're saying with the Liverpool one.
I think I predicted 3-0 Liverpool, but nah, Liverpool, listen, flipping out, mate. That was just last minute of the game. That's what happens in football, man. You just try, you push until the last minute, and then that's what Liverpool did. So, yeah, it was a good game because Liverpool, I mean, Newcastle gave all their best. So, good game, man, good game. But Liverpool, man, keep an eye on them because they might slip out this season.
Yeah, I'm not sure I think I predicted maybe 3-0 Liverpool. It was quite a shocking result. Yeah, it was quite a shocking result for Newcastle to score first. Was it Isaac with the goal? No, who scored? No, Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac scored. Yeah, Isaac.
Yeah. But personally, I thought it would have been funny if Newcastle would have won. You know, Liverpool not doing too well, but they came back. That's all I can say. We've got 2 more games, and then, I mean, I haven't got many topics left, so you could try his socials then, and then we could end it, because I just want to say a few things. I'm hosting NS Sports at 10 p.m, so don't miss that. And Traps is live soon. I might, depending and when I have dinner, I'm gonna probably have it soon, so that's where I want to end the stream, and I'll try and make it for Traps stream, so hopefully he can do it. Oh yeah, he said talk for a bit. Okay, he might have to. He's gone for a bit, so I'll just talk about this game. West Ham United won, Tottenham won. Another result would have been, I'm not being biased, I'm not being a super Arsenal fan, but it would have been funny to see Tottenham lose, but it was a draw. I believe Tottenham were winning, and then West Ham came back, or something like that. Yeah, not really much to talk about in this game as well. Tottenham dropping points again. They don't want to be doing that if they want to, challenge for the title. But no, they'll probably get top 4. But we'll move on to Man City 6, Nottingham Forest 0. To be honest, a lot of Arsenal fans, we don't really care about Man City at the moment, as long as we keep winning. They win 6-0. Haaland hat-trick. Alvarez, I think, got 2 goals as well, and I'm not sure who got the other one, but yeah, I mean, Man City, they're just an unbeatable team. It's going to be tough when we face them, whether we're ready. I'm not sure, but no, I mean, not really much can say about that. I just want to big up people who joined. Joel left. It doesn't matter why he left; it's personal reasons. But you can find him Joel.do7 and Gabriel.jesus. _, something like that. Let me just type something. Sorry. Yeah, guys. I just wanted to. I've got a second channel, and I'm not really sure about what to upload in this. I'll be uploading soon, so sorry about that. And I'm not sure. If you follow my Instagram, I'll try and update you when my next stream is on here. The only reason I didn't, it's kind of personal issues where I'm doing stuff, and I don't really have sometimes work clashes as well. So, but yeah. Whilst the rest gone, let me just talk for a bit as well. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. We'll quickly talk about. So, I said my thoughts. What was your thoughts on this game?
Haaland hat-trick, man. This guy is just robot, man. He's a machine. Yeah. But now, listen. Listen, 6-0. That is just crazy. But City, man, they're just too good. They're just too good. Hang on.
Manny.
Yeah, have you guys finished talking about the Arsenal-Manchester United rivalry?
Yeah, we stopped that. They both, I don't know, Traps had to go, and I think Joel left. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun while it lasted, but I'm glad to be a part of it. And at least I'm glad I got to give my 11. And so you're talking about City and Forest, right? There's nothing much to say. City look dominant. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. If Haaland doesn't score, someone else must.
Yeah. Well, we'll move on to the final game. West Ham won, Tottenham won. Ores, what are your thoughts on this game?
I feel like Tottenham wanted to win this. I feel like Tottenham should have got the 3 points. But then again, I would say it's a good point for West Ham. But yeah, man, I just don't know what's going on with West Ham, man. Do they need more players? I'm not sure, but listen, I just think that West Ham, with Skamaka being injured, and I don't know about Antonio being fit or all that, but I just think that West Ham are big trouble, man. Honestly, but Tottenham, I feel like they'll win the trophy, you know, but we'll see.
Manny, what was your thoughts on this game?
Didn't really see much of it, and I was surprised that Tottenham drew because I was predicting that they would win 2-0. Maybe that win over Aston Villa has done West Ham a bit of good because they're now fighting a lot more. But I still I did predict that they'd have a difficult season, and it's sort of been brought to bear really. And Spurs, I think, will be quite disappointed with the draw, but they still have enough about them to make sure that they will challenge. And this is one of the reasons why, as Arsenal fans, we can't get too carried away, because we still have memories of what happened at the Tottenham Stadium last season, and teams will definitely play catch-up. But Tottenham still looks to be a team on the up, and they're finding ways to earn points either doggedly or else dominating games. But I think we will need to start seeing if they can start turning on the style once again. But they should have a good season. And as for West Ham, it will look difficult. I don't see any calls for Moyes to be sacked. And certainly if they play in the Conference League, that's going to be another headache in a way. It'll test their squad depth as well. So they could have a fairly difficult season. But again, we'll just see. It's there's really not much to write home about the game as far as I'm concerned, because I didn't really see it. But I'd say it's a good result for the Hammers. At least they didn't lose. For Tottenham, it's a disappointment, though.
Yeah. So we did talk about just a quick prediction for the game, Manny, for the Arsenal game, Man United. Against Man United.
For me, I'm going for a 2-2 draw.
Okay. So I would like to get the stream longer, but I think I have to go soon, so I haven't really got much topics left anyway. So we'll do where can we find you? Manny, obviously, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Thangothere1981. You can also catch me on Instagram at MannyThangothere1981. You can catch me on a few channels on YouTube. Obviously, Oris Talks Football, S. Featley TV, Hannah's Coach Corner, a few appearances, and mainly you can catch me on Del Boy Gunner TV whenever he does his fan cams or some other videos. So thanks a lot for having me on, Ollie. It was wonderful to be here. As I missed you, it must be said. And as always, I'm just happy to go wherever I'm wanted and allowed to say what I want to say and let the chips fall where they may. And let's hope that all teams have a good season. Another announcement I will make is that September is Suicide Prevention Month. So if any of you out there have any friends who might not be doing too well and who may possibly be considering suicide, you just never know what can happen. Keep in touch with your friends and loved ones. Do not lose any sight of them, or do not take them for granted. Losing someone to suicide is terrible. I've lost a few friends to suicide. It is a horrible feeling. You just I don't want to go deep into how I feel, but just remember, nobody should be in a position where they feel that suicide is the answer. Let's uplift each other every day, not just of this month, but every month and every year. One love.
Yeah, we got Manny. Ores, where can we find you? Obviously, you got streams today as well, so shout that out.
You can find me at Oris Talks Football on YouTube. I got a stream tonight, 9 p.m. Arsenal Man United preview. There's gonna be a lot of people there, anyways. But yeah, look at Joe crying in the comments, mate. Keep crying. Nah, on Instagram you can find me at Oris Talks Football as well. That's where you can, message us on Instagram if you want. But yeah, make sure you tune in today 9 p.m. UK time.
And then finally me, you can find me here on YouTube, DJ SINCLAIRO. We're on the road to 1K. We're so close, guys. We're about 28 away now, I think, or no, 18 away. We're on to 982, and you can also find me Ollie.Sinclair556 on Instagram as well, and Aaron_Roundtail fan page 1 as well. I have a few others, but you can DM me personally or about that as well. So yeah, big up everyone. I want to big up Joel. Joel.the07 is his Instagram. Big up Traps as well. He didn't get a chance to say it's Traps talking on YouTube and Traps booming. Oh no, he did say, but I'll just repeat it again. And then yeah, find Manny on Instagram as well, and the rest on Instagram. Yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Hopefully stream next Monday. I'll let you guys know. And yeah, see you guys soon.
Time you stay for me. Outside we lose, we give them chills, we hate the